Hi, teachers. Good afternoon. Wow, we have quite a number of teachers joining us today. I'm sure there are still more gonna be coming along the way. Hi, teachers. Can you guys hear me? Hi.
It's loud
Hello?
and clear.
Great. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Pei Fang. Hello. Welcome. Teachers, you can feel free to turn on your camera so that because this is like a meeting style, you see. So we want to see you just like you guys are seeing us as well. Then we can see each other and then we can communicate, and learn from each other. Thank you. Thank you so much for teachers turning on the cameras. Hello. I can see, I think most of you are still in the office. Thank you for taking out your time, staying back for the meeting so you don't have to walk around with your phone listening to us. All right, great. Let's probably wait a little while more, maybe like a minute, to just see if there's gonna be more teachers coming in. Maybe they are loading still or looking for the email to click on the link. Hello. All right, great. Do you guys all already had lunch? I hope yes. Yes, great. Thank you. For those teachers who have not, feel free to just eat behind the screen with or without your camera turned on. It's fine, no worries at all. All right, we are gonna make this session, like an enjoyable one. I would say casual but yet informative ones. All right, so I'm just gonna get started introducing myself and my team together with me here. So my name is Josephine. I'm the host for today. I'm also the country manager here in Singapore. And together with me, you can see Tia beside me on the Zoom. She's our customer success manager, and she's also gonna be the speaker for today. So very warm welcome. This is actually our first session of our regular webinar. Today's session is going to be on setting up your ClassPoint private class and how you can gamify your learning. And sorry, Tia, could you help me share the screen because we've to get you guys to get the first-hand information and the update on our next session as well as our subsequent session. We have actually created a WhatsApp group and we will also be posting it up on the chat. Sometimes we will also post some tips along the way. If you do have any questions, you can also feel free to just post your question there as well, and then we can all communicate. We can all then learn together from there. So for teachers who are from Singapore, all right, you can scan the QR code that is on the left side. All right, the one with the black background. All right, that is actually specially for our Singapore teachers. And for our non-Singapore teachers, you are not left alone. We have you covered as well. All right, so you can scan the one on the right side, the one with the white color background. All right, so we can now take this time to scan the QR codes respectively. All right, and then from there you can then start to receive our first-hand information. You can also then get our updates, our when is our next events and stuff like that. All right, and while you guys are scanning with your phones to join in, I'm going to send a link to our Zoom chats. Let me paste it on right now. All right, so this is going to be our link. And sorry, Tia, I'm just going to take over and share my screen. All right, thank you. Let me share my screen, teachers. All right, are you guys seeing my screen right now? Yes?
Yep, it's showing.
Yes, great. Thank you, Tia.
Oh,
All
you
right, so
can
this,
refresh, Josephine. The cover has changed.
uh, let me see. Great. All right. So this is actually going to be the page where we put in all of our resources, our recordings as well as the WhatsApp QR code. We have actually put up everything here. So whenever you need time to look back, after listening to everything, you find that, okay, maybe I know it. But when you are going to do it, even after the session, if you find that you need some recap, some refresher, you can always go back to this Notion page where we will put in
Mm,
the deck that is being used today, as well as the
nice.
recording as well. So you can always look back. All right. And then just a very quick introduction to our agenda today. All right. So later on, I will be passing the time over to Tia to actually start our agenda, which is on the hands-on part of like how you guys can actually create the private class in ClassPoint. And with that, how you can gamify your classes as well. And lastly, towards the end of each of your classes, how you can access your class reports via ClassPoint. All right, and then of course, along the way, we do not need to wait towards the end to start our Q&A session. All right, so along the way, if you guys do have any questions, feel free to just drop them in the Zoom chat. All right, so I hope you guys are prepared, well ready, and I will now pass the time over to Tia to start our session for today. All right, so let me stop share my screen.
Thank you, Josephine, and welcome, teachers. Welcome to 2026. Welcome to our first webinar of the year. You've been tagged. Thank you for attending and taking out of your busy time. It's finally Friday here, and it's finally our favorite Friday, which is the webinar of ClassPoint. And we also have this regularly each month, and we will share more information on the WhatsApp group that Josephine has shared earlier. So again, welcome and hello from Morocco, hello from Indonesia. Josephine is sitting in Singapore. And where are you all sitting? At the moment, you can share in the Zoom chat and feel free to sip in your coffee, to have your banana fritters with you. And this is going to be a relaxed session, and hopefully that we can share. And if you have any questions at any given time, you can always ask, unmute yourself or ask on the Zoom chat. Okay, so without further ado, I will be sharing my screen. Oh, hello from Philippines. Hello from Morocco. Hello, hello, everyone. Let me share my screen and making sure I'm also sharing the sound. Before, Josephine has shared with you that the agenda for today, we have three main agendas, which is how to set up your private class, gamify your learning, and access your class reports. And specifically, those that are on their new term, this is a very good time for you to start and set things up and set things just once, and you can use it on the entire semester. Right. So, first, actually, before we dive deep into our topic today, I'd like to know, as you may already use, ClassPoint for a while, or if this is your first time knowing about ClassPoint, don't worry. We're going to share more details about public class and private class. I actually would like to ask teachers, when you're using ClassPoint, when you teach using ClassPoint and ask your students to join in your class, do you usually use public class or private class or both? Can you please share your response on the Zoom chat? I just would like to know. Usually, actually, I have set my private class, and my students are joining using that private class. Or don't know what are the differences between public class and private class. So yeah, we'd like to know more whether you are using private or public class. One, both. Ah, both, Josephine. Okay. One, which is public class. Okay. So anyone else new to ClassPoint? Welcome. Public class and private class, or I don't know what's the difference between public and private. You can also share with us. That is why actually today set class first. Okay, thank you. Hello, Chico Hayati. So today, as the topic is, we are going to help you to share on how you are able to set the class and create a private class in ClassPoint. But before doing so, I'd like to share a bit more about the differences between public class and private class. So this is what it looks like if it's a public class. So it's a set of random codes. So every time you start the class, you can generate random codes for one-off sessions. Anyone can join. You don't have to register, or you don't have to like put your participant's name on the class. So it's a quick and usually for one-off sessions. And on the gamification part, you are able to award stars, to deduct stars from and for your participants, but there is no carryover points. Now, the difference with private class in ClassPoint, this is what it looks like. Usually, you are able to create a unique class code combination, but when alphanumerical. So you set up a unique code once and reuse for the entire sessions. And the private class also exclusive to only class participants who can join, which is your students. And on the gamification part, the points accumulate across all sessions. So this is what we are going to learn more today. And I actually would like to expect you to prepare your device so then you can have an experience of hands-on practice, and we can create our first private class together, or a new private class together. Now, something that is different with ClassPoint, as you know, when you are setting up your private class, you usually do it on the PPT, right? You usually do it right on your PowerPoint Inkno ClassPoint menu. Now, if you click on my classes, actually, it will bring you to our ClassPoint web app. So this is where we actually would like to introduce our web app for better classroom management. And you're even able to access them on your mobile as well. So you don't have to open your PowerPoint on your desktop. So this is accessible anywhere. But what I will do, I will just click on this My Classes. You can do the same if you are opening your ClassPoint. Before we actually create our private class together, it will bring you to this platform, which is the ClassPoint platform. Even if you are opening from your mobile, you can go to ClassPoint website, and then you can click on this login button in here. Now you will need to log in with your ClassPoint account. Okay, I know that some of us have multiple accounts on our website. If we are logging in using our SSO or Gmail maybe, but make sure that you log in with your ClassPoint account. So I will continue with my ClassPoint account. Once I logged in, I will have this page in front of me. So before actually we create our private class together, I would like to share with you a sample of my private class that I already have and run with. So this one is the unique class that the private class that I like to engage with my students. As you can see, if I click on that class, you can see that there are participants in my class. Some of them are already put together in a group. Some of them already collected some stars, and also a different kind of level of badges that they have achieved. Now, I can actually filter them based on the level, or the sequence of the number of stars that they've collected, or based on the alphabetical order of their name as well. So these are the participants that I have in my class. Now, not only participants, as you can see, there are a number of menus in here. If I click on groups, I can see we can see that I have a couple of different groups in here. I've grouped my participants, so together as a group, they can collect stars. So the stars that they are collecting individually, they can contribute it to the stars, and as a group, they collect it in a project maybe, or for half semester, if you stay together as a group, you're able to climb up number one rank, will get a collective gift from the teachers, something like that. So this is the grouping that we have. Not only grouping, if we go under reports, I will be able to see all of the class activities that I did with my private class, and all is clustered neatly under the private class itself. So I can see all of the activities that I had. If I want to analyze what happened during the class and what are the responses that I collected, I can find those in here. Not only that, I also have this leaderboard, so I can see who are the progress tracking of my students, how my participants are doing, and the end part of the menu, I have these settings, which I can edit the class anytime I want. I can reset the stars, and I can delete the class if I'm no longer teaching in that class. So this is how it looks like, a complete private class with all the history, with all the reports, with all the data that you are able to access. Now we're going to create our private class together on the web app, right? What we need to do is now you can join with me. You can click the classes, right? This menu up right here. So when you click on that, you can see this button, create new class. So let's do that now. When you click that, you can fill in the class name in here. Let's say I am teaching English class uh, in ClassPoint. So this is the name of my class. Then after that, I can decide the class code. So in here, I will combine between alphanumerical. So 4 to 8 alphanumerical characters. So I will just put in here English primary 4, class 12, and then it's a C, 12C. And you also can adjust the class avatar if you want. So you can change them. If you have a picture, you can change the avatar. But if all is good, then we can just directly save that. Right. And here you go. So this is my class. Uh, and there is no participants there because I haven't put it in. There's no groups, of course. There's no reports because this is pretty new. And we are the one who will fill in the data. Right. So I just would like to check with everyone if everyone already succeeded in creating their first class before we dive further into how to add participants and so on. Can you maybe share number one if you have created your private class, and number two if you are on the way, or if you have any questions, maybe, hey, why the class code that I put in is already taken? What should I do? So you can let us know if you have any questions about the class creation. One, great, okay. Oh, and our lovely Josephine already shared the method as well. From PPT, click on my classes. Log into your account from our website, app.classpoint.io. Great. So I can see that some of you already created your first private class. Now we can continue with adding our participants. Right? Great. Thank you. All right. So how to add participants is really simple. You can click on this button, add participants. So you can enter the participant names below, one name per line. Just an example. I will put Josephine Yen's name in here, my name in here. Oops, sorry. And also Bert's name in here, and just one other. All right. So not only typing it one by one, if you have a list of name on your Excel sheet, you can copy them and then copy them here. And then after you put the names, just like this, you can click next. As you can see, it is now locking the names, right? And then if you are already satisfy with how the participants are being registered, then you can click confirm. Right. Now we can see that we have this list of our participants' names in here. As you can see, it's pretty new, Osprey Generoso. It's not grouped, doesn't have any star, and all starts in level 1. Right. So just again would like to check if you have any difficulties in adding your participants' names, or are we ready to continue to the next step? If we are ready to continue to the next step, you can type in next on the Zoom chat, and then we will move from our web app to the PowerPoint and start our class.
All right, while
Okay.
waiting for teachers, I think they
Mhm.
probably need a little bit more time since they have to look
Yep,
at your screen to learn, and then they will have to switch back over to their side to try to, do it. But meanwhile, there's actually a question that came in. Could we add participant with long names?
that is a great question. Thank you. So the maximum character is 25 characters. So if it's long, we know we have some students that have longer name. So you will need to abbreviate maybe the first name or the middle name. Let's say Osbert's full name is Osbert Christian Generoso. So what I will do, Osbert C. dot and then space Generoso. I hope that answers the question.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, great. Thank you. And also just to add on to Tia's response, because we wouldn't what was it? Sorry. Oh yes, oh sorry. So because the after you created the list and putting in the students' names, the students will actually need to use the exact same name to join into your class. All right, so that's why we do not want to allow you to put in, for example, their full name or even Kairu yourself, like your full name, it's pretty long, but we do not want the, like yourself or the students to, key in the full name so that it's quicker and easier for them to, just type it in their first name, or the name that the teachers use to address them. So instead of like, Muhammad Khairul, perhaps you can just put in Khairul. So it's quicker and easier for the students to join in, and then the caps doesn't matter. But the spacing in between does. So for example, like for myself, my name on the list is Josephine space Yen. Then for myself, when I'm joining in later on, I will have to key in Josephine space Yen. I can't type in just Josephine, or I also can't type in Josephine Yen without the space. All right, so that is just something to let you guys know. So you have a heads up, when you are going to use it in your class. If students be like, teacher, I can't join in the class, then you can probably, check how they actually type in their names, and then from there you can let them know, oh, it's because of the spacing, or if it's because incorrect names and stuff like that. All right, Ken, thank you. Kairu, thank you. And then Tia, there's another question that says, can you repeat how I can add participants' names?
Sure. Okay. And yes, thank you, Josephine, for covering that up. And actually, that's what we're going to cover on the next phase. And how to add participants. So once you have created your private class, you will see the add participants button. So you can click on that add participants button. And this is where you can add your participant's name. So your student's name, if you have it on like on list, you can copy paste it here. Or if you want to type it one by one, let's say I want to add another one, Oliver Wood, like this. And then if you have, the second name, then you can go on the second line and put the name in here. And once you already put the names in, you can click next and then you can confirm. Then it will be a part of the participants list under your private class. I hope that answers.
Great, thank you. And there's actually another question that says,
Mhm.
what about CL names, which means Chinese language names. So I've actually answered in the Zoom chat, but just to share with the rest of you who probably might not notice the Zoom chat. So regardless of languages, we actually in ClassPoint is actually supporting multi-language. So no matter which language you guys are teaching, over on your side, yes, you can actually put those names into the list as well. But just a heads up that the students will then need to key in the exact same name in whichever languages that you guys key in, so that they will be able to join in. Otherwise, they won't be able to join in as well. All right, great, thank you. And another question, I already have a group, but how do I change the group name?
Ah, can I save that for later, maybe, Josephine?
Sure.
Thank you.
All right then.
All right.
Uh, yeah, then Rosita, you have to wait for a moment because
You.
Tia is actually going to share that upcoming next.
So
Yeah,
make sure
so
you stay up until the end.
yeah, yeah. Stay with us, stay with us. We will address it very soon. All right,
Thank
there is
you.
no more question, but just to check
Okay.
if teachers are good to go, ready to go, because there actually isn't any nicks in the chat. Maybe you guys can put a thumbs up on the Zoom chat. Yeah, in the Zoom.
Time's up. So then,
Thumbs up, emojis, reactions,
you
just
know
to
if
let
we
us
want.
know
Yeah.
if it's good for us and you guys are ready to go ahead on to the next section. Great. Thank you. Time's up. Yes. Great. All right. So I think,
Okay.
Tia, back to you.
Thank you, Josephine, and thank you, teachers. Now, we already created our private class, right? Each one of us have our own unique name, unique class code, and then we are going to put that into action. So I will go back to our PowerPoint. You can open any PowerPoint file that you have, teachers. So you can open that up, and I will just wait for a while until you open your PowerPoint. And what we can do to have a practice on our private class, we can go to slideshow presentation. Right. So this is how it looks like. As we know, with ClassPoint, you have this class code on the top right corner. Now the class code that I have is 92261, which is it's a public class code, right? But I want to change it into the private class code that I just made. So what you need to do is you can click on that class code, and then you can click on change class, and you can scroll down if you have a couple of different classes, or to find the one that you just created, which is this one, ing 412C, and then I will need to click on the start new class. Then my class is ready to accept any participants to join in. So as you can see, teachers, so Osbert and Josephine don't join yet. So this is how it looks like when you start your class, but then your participants haven't joined your class. How do I know? Because everyone is grayed out. Now, this is what it looks like when your participants are trying to log in with your class, right? You can either show this QR code. If you click on the QR code, it will then enlarge and your student are able to try to log in, scan the QR code, or you can actually click on this URL copy link in here, right? And then you can share that with your participants, and then let me just show you. You can ask, hey everyone, go to classpoint .app, and then join the class. The class is ing 412C. Make sure you join with the name that is already registered in the class. So what they need to do is just key in the class, and then if let's say I'm a participant that is not registered by the teacher, if I go by this name, it will be a name mismatch. Or if I can just go with T without my full name, it's going to be name mismatch as well. Now, this is to make sure that the class is exclusive. Only the participants that you have registered that can join. Now, to make sure that Tia can join, I will need to use my full name as outlined on the class. Then I will be able to join the class. I'll go back to the class that I've created. So you can see that Tia is now green. It means that Tia successfully joined my class. And now I would like to encourage everyone, please, Osbert and Josephine, please join the class. And for you teachers, I would like to encourage you to use your own private class that you have created with the participants' name that you have registered, and try to join with a different device. And you can experience how your students are able to join with the private class that you have created. So Osbert and Josephine, feel free if you want to join. Ah, great, thank you. And as you can see, I have 6 participants, right? And if I want to make sure I can see all the participants that join my class online, I can actually click this sort by menu and then click on the online participants only. This way, act as an absenteeism as well, so I can see who actually joined my class. All right. So I will take a pause in here just to give some times for you to start your class, change the class code, and then try to log in with the class code, the private class code that you have created. And let me know if you have succeeded in logging in with the private class code. And if you have any questions or anything you want us to repeat, feel free to let us know. Okay. Everyone succeeded with joining their own class?
I think they must be very focused to try. I've actually
Because
also put in the steps onto the Zoom chat. So just in
excellent.
case, when Tia is going over towards the end, you might already forgot how it started after your PPT finally opened. So just a very brief and quick run through. You can open up any PowerPoint file, all right, and then just enter the slideshow mode, and the class code on the top right corner will appear. You can just click on it and click on the red button of change class. All right, and then you can select the respective class you wish to start. And from there, you will be able to get started already. All right, thank you. There's a question, Hanita.
Mhm.
So every time I start the PowerPoint, it always starts with a public code. Am I right? Okay, I would say yes and no. If you
Yes,
actually do not create any private class, every time you start a PowerPoint, it will come with a public code, like what you mentioned, yes. But if you have actually created a private class and your last use it's the private class, when you open up like the following day, it will remain as the last class code.
you use. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I hope that answers your question. But it is also recommended that for you to check the class code first before you start to invite your students to join in the class. And this step is actually very important, knowing how to change the class, because in average, teachers actually maybe have 3 to 5 classes, for example, that you teach the whole year. And then in every time when you are going to teach from one class to another class, you will need to manually change the class code. All right. So this step is very important. If any teachers, you guys are lost somewhere, don't be shy. Just let us know. We will recap once again until you can get it, so that you can fully utilize ClassPoint properly. All right. Thank you.
Right. Thank you. So I'd like to do a quick check of everyone, if everyone's able to join their own class. Maybe you can, again, thumbs up. I cannot see the thumbs flying up, actually. Just really will need to let me know if there are some
Oh,
thumbs up.
all right, sure. Let's wait for a while. All right, we have one, two, three. Yes, about three, four. All right, great. More are coming. All right, can. So I
Great.
suppose, yeah, all is good.
Okay, excellent. All right, thank you. So that's a very simple thing on how you are able to, after we, again, just a quick recap, we've created our private class and then we start the class by changing the class code on our PowerPoint slide. And your participants then able to joining in. Now, we are on the phase on how to gamify your learning. As you know, in ClassPoint, you are able not only able to have your students interact with you with the quizzes that you have, but you are also able to award them with some stars, even punish them with taking out the stars that you have given them. There are many ways for you to award these stars. First thing is using the class code. So you can click on the class code if you want to award everyone to, thank you for joining in early, everyone. And Osbert, I saw that you prepared the teacher's desk. So I'm going to award another star for you. So when you are awarding stars to your students, they will receive these stars in a real time. So you can test that out. So you can give stars to the participants, which is yourself, and you can see that it is reflecting to the on the student side. Now, there are many places that you can give out the stars, not only from the class code. What I will do now is actually to create a quiz, right? So I will just, add this one slide in here, and then I will insert a text really quick in here, just to ask what are your favorite snacks. Oh, it's snacking time, isn't it? This time of the day. All right. So I have this one simple question here, and I will just click in class point, and then I will just use word cloud because I'm expecting more than one answers from my students today. I will allow up until 5 submissions. And to run the quiz, what I need to do is just click on the slideshow presentation, and then I will click on this button, and I will allow my students to share in their answers. Now, please feel free to share your answers. Students, I don't snack. Oh no. Okay. I will send something. I don't snack. That is a very healthy mindset of Josephine. I know that it is her. All right, chips. We have candies. I don't snack chocolate, ice cream, chips, right? So we have multiple answers coming in. I will just close the submission and then I will award stars to everyone. So this is also a part of the gamification system that we have in ClassPoint, using a quiz that we interact with the students, and then if the students have sent in their responses, and then we can reward them with stars. Again, I will just open the class code, and you can see that the stars are changing now. Previously, everyone just had one or two, but now let's say I will give more to Josephine because she's not snacking. That's a very good, healthy mindset. By adding one more stars, you can see that Josephine's badge changed. She climbed into the next level, which is she's collected 5 stars. She unlocked the next badge. So in ClassPoint, you can have many different badges available, levels available. So this will spark competition, but when you're students, and it will create a very healthy competition. They want to climb up. They want to see the stars are adding up, and they also want to see the badges are changing. And not only rewarding stars, let's say, Tia, again, you're late. Second time this week, I need to deduct some stars from you. So you are also able to deduct the stars. So I would like to encourage you, teachers, to try give stars and also try to deduct some stars. And you can see that it is real time happening in your students app. They can see the stars that they have been awarded or have been taken away from them. So this is how the gamification system works in the private class, which if you use the same class in the same term, let's say next week you are going to teach in the same class again, what you need to do is everyone join the class. You know the class code, ENG412C, and then without having to retype their name, if they're using the same device, the device will remember their name and the class code that they entered with ClassPoint.app. And once they logged in, they can see the number of stars that they have collected so far. Right. So that is how the gamification system works. And if you want to, spice things up a little bit, so then you can encourage those shy students or those that are already leading, so they can compete with each other as well. You can actually show them the leaderboard. Now, leaderboard is located in two places. First is in here on the class code, and then I will just close this. Another place that you can access them is under your toolbar, which is on the leaderboard part. If you click on it, you will be able to see current class rank, which is just this session. But if it's a total stars rank, which is a accumulation of stars that they have collected across many sessions with the same private class that you use, they can see that the rank is here, and they also can see on the students app as well. So these are the gamification system that we have in ClassPoint that you can use in your classroom in every lesson subjects that you teach. Again, you can award the stars, you can take the stars away as a punishment as well, and you can encourage them that they can collect the stars. And it's really efficient because you don't have to change class code every time you teach in the same class. So I will take a pause in here just to have you experience giving stars and then opening the leaderboard to see if it has reflected on your private class, and also to check if you have any questions about the gamification system in ClassPoint.
Thank you, Tia. There's just one question that I think that is good for us to, just address it out. It's a very good question. Thank you, Nadia. So how do the devices remember the number of stars because they didn't have an account, like they log in or log out and stuff like that. So just to expand and share a little bit while you guys are trying it out on your site. So what happens is when you actually create the private class, and
Yep.
then when students actually join in using the uh, names that you actually put it in there, that is actually the identity of the students. So they do not need an account, but with that, our system will actually help to um, save down as well as to accumulate the stars whenever you are going to teach this particular class. So like in this class, you're going to teach like a whole year, then our system will be able to accumulate it throughout the whole year for you until you decide to, perhaps like restart it. You want to make it as a quarterly target, for example, that kind of thing. Yeah, then that's that. But otherwise, that's actually how ClassPoint can help to save and also accumulate the number of stars the students have achieved in your respective classes. So I hope that is clear.
Yeah,
I hope
thank
you
you for the
gotten
question,
through.
Nadia. That's a great one. And I'll just share with you how it looks like on there. So let's say this is the second week, and then you encourage them. Hey, last week I shared with you a private class code, right? Class point class code. Can you please join using the same class code? And then what I need to do is just key in the code, and then it remembers my name. I don't have to type it down again. And if I click let's go, the system remembers the total stars that I collected on my previous session. I hope this answers as well.
Thank you, Tia.
Yeah.
All right, teachers, any other questions? Or if you guys are ready, the same thing. All right, feel free to just spam the thumbs up and all on the Zoom
Yeah.
reactions so that we know we can move on to the next section. But if you need any recap, or like any areas you want us to just re-show it again, just re-demo it again, you can just unmute yourself, or you can also type it in the Zoom to just let us know. All right, thank you, Nadia. Thank you, Rainbow. So far, two times up. Other teachers, are you guys doing okay? Or do you guys still need a little bit more time? Once you guys are ready, just let us know by sending in the thumbs up reactions. Yeah, so that we know we can go on. Otherwise, we will give you some time to give it a try. All right, so in the sessions, we of course do hope that all teachers can all learn together and then we can all progress together. All right, we have a few more teachers ready. Yep, more teachers are getting ready. All right, great. Okay, I think it's about time. We can continue on to the next section.
Thank you, Josephine. All right, teachers, thank you for sticking with us and also have some hands-on experience on how to create private class, awarding stars to your students, and experience student side and teacher side as well. Now, we'd like to take you to a different journey, which is how to access your class reports back to the ClassPoint web app. We just award some stars. We had some activities with our private class, right? And let's say the class is dismissed. You'd like to analyze the data and also the responses that were collected in. So what to do is actually you can access what I will do. I will access this slideshow. Again, I will click my classes here. So then it will bring me over to the ClassPoint web app. And as you can see, it brings me to the classes page, all the classes that I have in ClassPoint. And if I go to the report side, so if you click on the report side, you can do it together with me. You can see that these are all the reports of all the ClassPoint activities that you've had. And at the moment, it has this one particular thing, ongoing class. Let me just zoom in a bit. So ongoing class, it recognized that at the moment, I still have an active class, a class in progress with 6 participants. If you have finished all class activities, you can end it here and view a report. So let's do that together. So let's end class. I'll click end the class, right? You will see there's a notification confirm ending the class. Please make sure your class is over. Yes, class is dismissed. So I will end the class. And then you can see that there's a new report, exactly the time ended and the time is per today, and then the class code and activities, just a bit of overview of the activities that I have and the top layer as well. So this is available on your reports, but we want to see it in our private class, right? So what we can do together, you can go to your classes and click on that private class that you have created before. Now you can see that these are the stars that you have awarded during the session. You can see that Osbert gained 2. So let's say if you start a new class and on the different session you added a different stars, it will also reflect in here, +5, +2, +3. And we have ended the class. We want to check the report. So you can click on the reports. Now you can see that this is the report that we just seen before, but we haven't click into it, right? This is clickable, teachers. So when you click on these reports, you will be able to see the dashboard, the private class, the class code that you use, how many stars you awarded during that class, during that session, how many activities means how many quiz you conducted with your students, and how many responses you receive, a top layer. And also there's an AI summary of what is happening with the class and encourage you how you can actually improve on the next class, what are the highlights on the class itself. And if you scroll down, it has a couple of different elements on the report as well. So it has the slide that you use as well. So you don't have to open your PowerPoint. You even can access this on your mobile phone. If you click on that slide, you will be able to see all the responses that were sent in. Even you can add, an additional stars if you want to that particular response that you received without having to, again, open the PPT on your desktop. Let me just go back to the report page. And again, if I scroll down, I can see the class session leaderboard as well. I hope that now you're able to access your first report on the private class. And if you press back, not only the reports, if you go under the leaderboard, it will also show you the progress tracking of your participants, the number of stars that they have collected. You even can download the leaderboard. So let's say you want to have a report of each session. So then you will be able to compare first session into second session, or let me just close this one. I'll go back to the report site. If I go to the participant site, I want to download the participants with all the stars, the level that they have unlocked. I can also download it here and have it in a CSV file as well. So then you can analyze, you can have a neat progress tracking. You can save it per class or per session as well. Now, I will stop in here before we go to the grouping section to answer the previous question that we have saved before. I'd like to check if there's any questions, Josephine.
No, there's no question so far. Perhaps teachers are still looking out on their side to, just click around. Perhaps we can wait a moment, just for teachers to navigate on their site. But teachers, once again, any questions, feel free to just drop them in the Zoom chat and we'll address them all together.
Right. Okay. While waiting for the questions, actually, Josephine, if you would like to, again, if you'd like to adjust the stars without having to go to your PowerPoint, you actually can add the stars right on your web app in here. Right. Or you can also adjust the stars, and take them away, or award more stars to them as well, without having to have more activities with them.
Yeah, thank you, Tia. There's a question that came in.
Mm.
Are we able to remove the star from the activity site?
The activity side, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So the activity is already saving the stars that you awarded during the activity, but you actually can take them away in here. So deducting it from the total stars
But
for the
what if it's
participants
not
itself.
from the total star, but from the activity itself? Because sometimes real time, you are actually doing the activity with the students and then you
Yeah.
accidentally start. So I want to remove it there. Cannot. I
Yes,
notice I
yes.
can't.
Mm.
Yeah, you only can award the stars actually. So if you
Yeah.
want to remove the stars, it needs to be either from the class code or from the participants
The
list on the web
lead.
app.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. I hope that
Yeah.
answers.
And there's
Yeah.
another question.
Mhm.
Is there a possibility for ClassPoint 3.0?
Oh, may we know what are your wish lists for ClassPoint 3.0?
Yeah.
Let us know your thoughts.
Wow, this is the first time I'm hearing it. Let us know what you would like to have us included in ClassPoint 3.0. Yeah.
That is a very futuristic uh,
Mm, yeah.
question.
Question. Yeah. All right. Another question. Can we switch off question and answer during a ClassPoint session? Oh yeah, the Q&A. Yes.
That is an excellent question. Uh, Thank you. Allow me to go back to PowerPoint to answer this question, Kenneth. So, everyone with ClassPoint Premium, you have a feature that allows your students to ask questions at any time they want. Or even upvote the questions or opinions that have been shared with the participants. Now, what is this Q&A and where is this function? And the answer, Kenneth, is yes, you're able to control it. Let me go to slideshow, a presentation to show with you where is and what is the Q&A. So with the premium account, you have this Q&A feature. If you click on it, you have to control whether you are allowing questions during your session or not. This one is enable live Q&A participants. I will give you a glimpse of what it looks like on the participant side. Logged out. Let me just log back in. Tiaska, okay. So this is where, right? At any time, I can ask questions to my teachers. And if I send a test teacher, if I send a question, my teacher on their end, I'll go back to ClassPoint on the website. Sorry, on the PowerPoint. I can see that there's a red notification in here. It means that there's a question coming in, and I can see them live. I can control when I want to open it, answer it, or ask my students to upvote it, right? So this is a quick Q&A. But when you toggle this off, right, participants cannot ask questions until you enable it again. So what happened on their side? The Q&A button is gone, right? So I hope that answers your question, Kenneth. That's one of the premium features that we have in ClassPoint. Teachers, maybe we can cover that in our next future webinars.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
No, not at
Okay.
the moment. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I promise you that we will go to the grouping, right? Grouping teachers. So on your private class, again, you have these participants, you have reports, and between them, there's a grouping in here. Grouping is only available in ClassPoint Premium. So everyone, if you have the ClassPoint Premium already, you can group your participants. If you haven't, you need to upgrade with the school plan that we have. Then you will be able to have the grouping access. Now, how to change the group, and later I'll show you how to change the group name as well. How to add the group, just really simple. Click on add group, and then you can decide on the group name first. So let's say Aster is the group name, and then you can decide the group color as well. So I will just go with red, and then you can choose which members actually under that Aster red group, right? And then if you have decided, you can click save, and you can see that the groups are in here. And you can actually add more groups as well if you want. And then you can see on the participant side as well, those that already been grouped and those that ungrouped. You also can group them from here. So let's say you want to put Julia Robertson under Aster as well. You can click on these three little dots in here. You can click on the edit participants, and you can decide which group you want Julia to be under. So let's say it's under red, then you can group her under the red group, and then save it. So Julia will then belong under that group. How about if you want to change the group name? What you need to do is just click on this edit button, and then edit the group, and then change the group name. Oops, sorry, I clicked wrongly. Yep. So you can change it into, let's say, Rose, and then just like that, the group name is changed. Let me share with you. You can also do this practice together with me. But I will show you the larger group that I have on a different private class. This one, I have 4 groups already, right? So as you can see, they are collecting the stars as a group. They're contributing their own stars, and then you can click on the group itself to see individual stars that they have collected. And let's say if you want to change things around, you can edit the participants, you can edit the group, and let's say you want to move Sarah to the Navy group, and then Alex to become under Lime group. And when you do that, you can save it, and then you can search those that haven't been grouped, and you can decide the group in here as well. So both sides, you can change the group here or the group in here. So I hope that explains how you can create grouping. It's really fun because then you can cluster your students. You can, combine and mix together. But when the one that is very dominant and one that is very shy, so then they can have a balanced team. And then when you have some group project together, they can collect the stars and they can contribute to the group. And maybe in the quarter term or a midterm, term, you're preparing some gifts for those that reached out the rank number one, number two, number three, and so on. So that's about grouping. Any questions about grouping, teachers?
Tia, Nadia is
Yes.
facing an issue where
Yep.
she can't see the add group button after she created the first group.
Okay. Nadia, thank you for letting us know. You can actually contact our help desk if that's happening. You
Yeah.
can go to your PowerPoint and then you can contact our help desk, and our help desk will help you out to fix the issues that you have with the grouping.
Yeah. Or Nadia, you can reach out to me directly. You have my number.
Mm.
Yeah. But on another hand,
Oh, and the WhatsApp group, don't forget. If you've entered the WhatsApp group, you can ask there as well.
yeah, correct. And then on another hand, I think the button will only appear if you have available participants who are not added in the group.
Yep.
Just to check if you have, let me see. Do you already put all students in that one group? Yeah, because at the bottom it says all participants are grouped. I have 31. Okay, Ken, perhaps I will look into it. I let you know again, Nadia. Ken, thank
Yep.
you. Ken, okay, I
Let
will
us
get
know.
back to
Contact us.
you. Mm,
Yep. Thank
Ken,
you.
thank you. All right, I think no other questions. Other
Okay.
teachers, any questions? Don't be shy.
Okay. While we're waiting for the teachers, maybe they're typing out their question. The last thing
Yeah,
that I want to share with you, teachers, actually, this settings menu. You're able to edit your class. Let's say you want to use the same private class with the same participants, but it's a new term, right? Or you want to reset everything. Everyone, let's start from zero. So you can actually reset the stars. This is where how you can reset the stars. You can click reset stars, and once you do it, everyone will start with zero. It's a fresh page, so everyone can compete. Or if you're no longer teaching that class and you want to reduce the number of private classes that you have, you can delete the class, and then you can create a new different class. Okay, I think there's a question. Okay. So I think, yeah, we will then let our tech team knows. It's something that we need to review further.
yeah.
You can share the screenshots maybe if you already in our WhatsApp group, then our tech team will address the issue further.
Yeah.
So yeah, actually, Josephine, that's the end of our workshop today. Let's start very small, right? This is the first webinar that we have. We would love to hear from you, teachers. What are the topics? What are features that you'd like to know further in ClassPoint? How you want us to, share some features that you usually use in the classroom and how to maximize that. Let us know. And if you have any questions, feel free to send in your questions with us so we will be able to address the questions further. So I'll give the floor back to you, Josephine.
Great, thank you, Tia. I know it's a lot, especially for teachers who are new to ClassPoint, but with all these things that Tia have shared with us today, on how you guys can create the private classes in ClassPoint, and then how these can bring our gamification onto the next level. And with that, you can also make use of it to encourage your students to participate in the classes. Nowadays students are pretty competitive. They always want to be at the top of the leaderboard. So make good use of that. Try to push them out to participate, answer the questions, because from there, if they want to get at the top of the leaderboard, they will have to participate. So we can actually use that as a thing as well, to push our students to also participate, and then from there we can have our interactions and engagements level rising up in our classes. and then after each of your different classes, how we can get a better analysis on how the students are doing in each different classes. All right, so with that, that is actually the end of our session. But before you go, don't worry. Suddenly see some of you start to move. I think maybe you all want to touch your mouse, want to close off already. Don't go off first, huh? All right, so remember the Notion link that I shared earlier. All right, I'm just going to send it to the chat once again. All right, in case you guys already lost it, I will also at the same time share my screen. Allow me to share my screen. Oops, sorry, 1 second. Oops, no, no, wait. What did I do? Oh, here, sorry. All right. Are you guys seeing my screen right now?
Yes.
All right, great. So this is the Notion link that I just sent to the Zoom chat earlier on. All right, so this is what you see when you click in. All right, I'll need you guys to scroll down a little bit. All right, but once again, for those who have missed our first part of the session, all right, so over here, when you click in, the PowerPoint deck that is used for today's session is over here. You can download and just check it out, if you need some references. And then our recording will also be posted up as well, so you can look back. All right, but now what I would like you guys to do is to actually click on this Google Form link. All right, you can just simply click on it. You don't have to like highlight and copy paste it over. All right, once you click on it, we'll bring you to our Google Form page. This is actually our uh, last bit of the session of our survey form. All right, we need to hear from all of you how we did for today's session. All right, 1 to 5 star, 1 being the worst and then 5 being great. All right, so we would love to see how you guys are going to rate us. All right, and then just a very quick 3 simple ones. First is like how many stars, for example. All right, and then over here, what you would like us to improve, for example, Josephine can talk slower, for example, but I hope this doesn't appear, of course. Okay. And then okay lah, but if you really find that I'm talking too fast, feel free to just put it up there. All right. And then lastly, it's what you would like us to cover in the upcoming series of our webinar, be it the upcoming one or the next ones, because like what I mentioned also in our at the very beginning of the opening of the session, throughout this whole year we will be having regular webinars. All right, so feel free to throw in and let us know what you would like to hear from us. All right, and then going back to John that mentioned in the chat earlier on, looking at 3.0, we do not really have a specific areas on where you can put it down here, but you can make use of either one and just say like this is a request for ClassPoint 3.0. Whichever field you won't be using it, you can just throw your wish list in here, and then we will actually pick it up from there. So yeah, that's that. All right, you guys can just help me fill it up. It's a very quick one, just 1-2 minute of your time. All right, and giving you guys the time to fill up the form. Over here at the bottom, all right, we do have our WhatsApp QR codes available. All right, so our Singapore teachers, you can just open up this arrow, just click on it, the toggle will open. All right, you can either click on this link directly if you're using your PC, web PC, all right, WhatsApp PC, for you to join into our group chat, or you can just simply scan this QR code using your phone, or just scan a QR code and then you will be able to join into our group chat. And for our non-Singapore teachers, don't worry, we have you covered as well. This is the one for you. All right, so you guys can open the toggle respectively depending on where you guys are coming from. All right, then you can join in the group chats from there respectively. All right, and lastly, we will have next session, and it's also our first session for Ed Cafe for the year. All right, it's actually going to be happening next week, next Friday, all right, 6th February, at the same time as today at 3 p.m. SGT. All right, so if you are new to ClassPoint, if you're new to Cafe, you want to find out what's about Ed Cafe and whatnot, or you are already using Ed Cafe, but you want to find out how you can better utilize it, all right, join us by clicking on this URL, register yourself. And even for those of you who might think, I have meeting ongoing, what do I do? All right, don't worry, just register yourself, because as the same as today's session and throughout all our sessions, there will be recordings available. So you can still hit on the register button even if you are not available, and then we will be able to send you a copy of the recording so you can watch back when you are available. All right. It's a very long breath I have. So that's that. Let's see if there's any questions coming in. All right.
Thank you, Tia
Thank
and
you.
Josephine. I was
Thanks,
wondering
Nadia.
whether, since
Mm.
I'm not the only one that is facing this problem, would you like
Mm.
to address it now? Like, how do we circumvent? Because this is not the first time. So I was wondering, that's why I came, because I wanted to know how
Mm.
to do groups. But
Ah,
I didn't realize it's a technical error.
Yes. So, y'all can just join the WhatsApp group at this moment, because we have already just informed our team about it. They will need a little bit time to, go and look into it, and then we
Okay,
will send
sure.
in the update into the group chat.
Check.
I will also text you personally since we have each
Okay,
other's number. Yeah.
okay,
So, we will keep you guys updated on the at class thingy. But for now, you guys
okay,
can just join into the chat first
okay.
lah, to wait for
Yeah,
our update
joined
from there.
already. Okay, thank you so
Thank you so
much. Thank you
much.
both,
Thanks,
And
Tia and
Nadia.
yeah, and
Josephine.
once it's available, I will be recording a short video to show how to add the group, so then it can help you to set up your group. Yeah, I'll share on the WhatsApp group, Nadia.
Yeah.
Yep, thanks.
All
But it's
right.
quite user friendly. You just add the group. We just don't have that button. That's all.
Okay.
Mm, All right, Ken, there was a teacher who was asking, can you show the QR code? So here it is. All right, you can scan either the top one if you're from Singapore, and then if you're not from Singapore, you can scan the one at the bottom with the white background. All right, teachers, any question? Any question? Thank you guys. Thank you, Tia, Josephine. Thank you, teachers, for coming. All right,
Thank you,
we still have
everyone.
time.
Have a great weekend.
Yeah, no worries. Don't be shy. Have you guys all already submitted the survey form? Quiet. Don't like that lah. Help
Oh,
us fill
there's
up the
a
form.
thumbs
Oh,
up
there's
for you,
time's up.
Josephine.
Okay,
Yes,
okay,
yes.
good.
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you. Great. Because I'm still sharing my screen, so I don't see the Zoom.
Whoa, a
All
lot
right.
of thumbs. Yes,
Yes.
surveys are
Great.
in.
Thank you all.
Thank you,
Thank you
everyone.
all.
Hoping to see you on our next webinars. Thank you.
Yes. All right. So if there are no questions, all right, then that will be all done with the form. Thanks, John. All right, but if let's say you guys are feeling a little bit shy, like this is a live session, I don't want to ask or I don't want to talk here, don't worry. Going back to the WhatsApp group, I tell you the WhatsApp group is very multi-purpose one. All right, you guys can just ask your question there. All right, but again, if you still feel very shy to speak among people, my contact, Tia's contact, we are actually all in the group chat as well. So you can still PM us. So don't worry. All right, so we have come to an end of the session. Thank you all so much for your support being here in this afternoon. All right, we hope to see you in our next session and our following sessions moving forward. All right, so have a great evening. Have a great weekend as well. See you guys. Thank you. Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone. Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Josephine.
Thanks, Tia.
Thanks, Oscar.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Osbert. You are not
teachers.
forgotten. Don't worry.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you.